Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play Dishonored 2. It's been roughly 4 months since I finished playing the first game of this franchise, and as you may remember, I enjoyed it quite a lot. So now I am playing the sequel, and I don't really know a whole lot about it, but if I look at this title screen, I'm going to assume that the guy on the right is Corvo. And my assumption is mostly based on the fact that he has a mask. And I suppose he does kinda look like him. Then again, we haven't really seen much of Corvo in the first game, because it was all first person. But we did see a few drawings, and I suppose we did see him in the epilogue. And I suppose he does kinda look like him, just a little bit older. And if that is an older version of Corvo, then the lady is probably Emily? I mean, she's sitting on a throne, so it would make sense if it's Emily, right? But yeah, let's go into the actual menu. As usual, I don't have a whole lot to say about the game beforehand. No spoilers in the comment section, please. And new episodes upload every other day, always at the same time. And yeah, I guess I will just jump right into the campaign. I mean, there is a separate tutorial, but I'm not sure how basic or in-depth the tutorial is, and if it's just like the basic gameplay, I feel I still remember how to play it, since it's not been that long that I finished the previous game. Also, may I just mention that this is the weirdest menu I've ever seen. Like, every entry is in a different font. It makes me kind of stressed out. But yeah, I think I'm going to be reckless and I will just start the campaign without playing the tutorial. And if I fail, you can blame me for not playing the tutorial. Also, I do wonder how they will take into account the different endings of the previous game. I mean, the ending differed a little bit from, you know, the way you played the game. I played non-lethal for the most part. I mean, I made the best effort to play non-lethal. I didn't entirely succeed. I killed 3 people in the entire game, 2 of which were stupid assassins who fell off of ledges when I sleep darted them. And the 3rd victim was a guard, like the final enemy in the entire game before confronting Havelock. And he died in a bit of a freak accident when very slowly sliding down a few stairs. But I did manage to finish the DLC non-lethally, so let's see how I will perform in this game. But still, I got obviously the low chaos ending. I'm not sure how this will affect this game, to be honest. But yeah, I guess we're just going to jump into the game and see what's going on. And yes, obviously I can only start a new game. Campaign slot 1, that's fine with me. Oh yeah, right, difficulty. Honestly, I thought medium was pretty much perfectly balanced in the previous game, so I think I'm just going with medium again. I didn't think it was too easy. I still had quite a bit of a challenge in the previous game, you know, trying to stay stealthy and undetected. So I'm not sure if I want to increase it too hard. I don't know, maybe I will later in the game, but medium was pretty much perfect in the previous game. So let's pick medium. And oh yeah, they asked me if I want to start the tutorial. Again, I'm going to be reckless and I say no, I know how to play this game. And I hope that this isn't a mistake. So nope, I'm going to skip the tutorial. A long day in Dunwall. Today marks the anniversary of the death of Empress Jessamine Caldwin, assassinated 15 years ago. Visitors from across the Empire of the Isles have journeyed to Dunwall Tower for the occasion. So this is about 15 years in the future, and I guess my assumption that the guy is Corvo and the lady is Emily was correct. Okay, press any key. Let's go.
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo Attano, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
There must be an option in between those two.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There, you're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
So, are we playing as Emily? That's interesting.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Caldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Caldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily.
You look tired, Father.
Every year, I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you. That these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No. Someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Well, look at that. Corvo has a voice. Finally. And they actually refer to him as her father now. It was implied in the first game.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of
What
Serkonos!
is that? Robots?
Mechanical soldiers? Amazing.
What is this, Ramsay? I didn't authorize those things.
They look kind of terrifying.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo Attano, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks, for now I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Caldwin, your rightful Empress, Delilah Caldwin.
Impossible.
What?
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's
Well,
not
we
true.
do remember her.
My father was Emperor Euhorn Jacob Caldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little sparrow, blackened by bad memories, I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Caldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Caldwin.
Royal Protector, how naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah.
Well,
first of her name.
that was
Arrest
quick.
Emily Caldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murders.
What?
Oh boy, that guy just lost his head. Ooh.
Your sword can't still my heart.
This escalated very quickly. Okay, play as Emily Caldwin, ruler of the Empire of the Isles, trained in stealth and combat by her father, Corvo Attano. Oh, so I can choose. Play as Corvo Attano, legendary royal protector to the Empress and figure of infamy from the time of the Red Plague. Interesting. I didn't realize that I could pick my protagonist. I am very conflicted here because on the one hand, as you may remember from my verdict video on the first game, I thought that the character of Corvo Attano had a lot of potential that wasn't really realized in the first game because it was a faceless and voiceless protagonist. He just seemed to be an interesting character by what we learned about him from other sources. So I wouldn't mind revisiting him as a character and see if he gets a bit more character development in this game. On the other hand, playing as Emily seems pretty cool as well. Of course, I'm not sure about her skill set. I mean, we know that Corvo has outsider powers from the first game. But what about her? I'm going to assume that she also has some outsider powers or will get some in this game. Otherwise, you know, they would probably mention that you know, she can only use, you know, normal skills and it would basically be a non-power playthrough. So I'm going to assume even if I pick Emily, I still get like Blink and all of these skills at some point. So yeah, I don't know. Who do we pick? Let's give the new one a chance. Let's play as Emily. Like I said, I do like Corvo and I would enjoy playing him, but I mean, he had his chance. We had one game with Corvo. So now, let's check out Emily. Play as Emily Caldwin, yes.
I will cast you in cold marble.
Well,
Sweet girl, over time you'll come to love me. Perhaps someday you'll see me as the mother you lost. But until then, you'll be kept out of trouble.
I'll lock Lady Emily in her chambers, then I'll bring her to Coldridge Prison until her trial.
oh, Coldridge Prison. Marvelous.
My father lost it all when I was a boy, so now I wear this uniform, and I send 20-year-olds out to patrol the rose gardens instead of drinking with the men from the shooting club.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lady Emily, what happened?
Uh-oh.
That'll be all, Captain Mayhew.
No!
So that's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half?
Well, that one apparently. Also, some of the people here must be in on this conspiracy, or they are just very quick to change sides.
There's a legend in the Tower Guard about the Empress's last resort, a safe room inside your chambers holding enough gold to buy a good-sized island. They say that this ring is one of the only 2 keys to exist.
Thanks for telling me about it. So, I maybe should get that ring back.
What happened? Alexei. The throne room. Father! Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Okay, here we are. We are in control of our character.
Sir, how long is it going to take, Captain Ramsey?
And I can still look through keyholes.
Ramsey knows what he's doing.
These bastards are working with Ramsey and the Duke of Serkonos.
One of the good families. And now that he's helped the rightful Empress take the throne, the Ramseys are going to be back in fashion in Dunwall. You'd be smart to remember that.
Okay. So I'm seeing 2 guards outside of this room, but it's locked anyway. Yes, it's locked. But yeah, let's look around a bit and let's see if I was right in my assumption that I do not need to play the tutorial. I mean, it pretty much seems to play as the previous game. And C is for stealth, yes it is. I do not have any skills, I do not have any items. So at the moment I can't really do much anyway, just look around. So, let's do that. Letter from the Tyvian Trade Commission. Our most esteemed Empress, as you know, freight from Serkonos bound for Tivia is now routinely set upon by pirates or spoiled with bloodflies. What are bloodflies? In addition to the loss of Tivian lives, be they crew, dock workers or shopkeepers, there is the material cost of the cargo itself which can barely be calculated. If things continue unchecked, we will be forced to cease trading with Serkonos and perhaps even embargo ships from the southernmost isles altogether. But this need not come to pass. The Trade Commission is a reasonable body and has already considered remedies to ameliorate the situation. We seek the following: independent, qualified inspectors of all ports, patrols to defend against pirates and smugglers, compensation for the previous and future losses. It is this list of remedies that I wish to discuss with you in person at the earliest possible opportunity. So far, your staff have resisted our efforts to establish a definite time for negotiation. Prompt them to action, Majesty, for we are eager to travel to Dunwall. Until we can sit down and discuss this in a civilized fashion, I send you your best, Damien Shorgin, Principal Tyvian Trade Commission. Seems reasonable to me. Anyway, not sure if this is related to my current situation. I guess I don't really have to stealth in this situation. Oh, I can eat. I can eat everything that I want to eat. Apparently, she takes after her father in that regard. Letter from Advisor Helmswater, Empress. We face yet another murder, and I cannot remain silent on this matter. Strange, is it not, that all the victims have openly opposed you? If not strange, then oh so very convenient. Is there anything you wish to tell me, Majesty? How can I be an advisor if you don't include me in these most sensitive of endeavors? I feel I must be the only person in Dunwall who doesn't know the truth about the Crown Killer. Don't leave me out in the cold. I remain your trusted servant and advisor, Leonora Helmswater. Okay, so someone is killing my enemies, and it looks like, you know, Emily or Corvo could be the one doing it. I see. Ship launch protocols. Empress, after the Royal Protector's shakedown cruise, we'll launch the ISS Jessamine Caldwin just before the anniversary of your mother's passing, pending your approval, of course. On the platform, we'll have a bottle of King Street brandy tied to a long tether that you will release to swing out against the hull. What you say during the ceremony is, of course, up to you, but here are some ideas intended to serve as food for thought. May a brisk wind hurry you to shores near, far and fair. May you shelter your crew from the perils of the terrible ocean. May you always sail for Bristol, true of heart and homeward bound. Yours faithfully, Advisor Wainwright. Okay, interesting, but probably not relevant to my current situation. Schedule for Middlesong's Eve. Empress, presented for your approval the schedule for Middlesong's Eve. Morning meal with Tyvian Trade Commission. Presentation from the research vessel Loblolly Swift just returned from newly discovered island chain of Pandician continent. Midday meal with the dignitaries from Morley, who will present you with a gift in exchange for your attention to their complaints. Dedication and speech for new wing at the infirmary home for aged seafarers. Meeting with advisors on the issue of blood flies in the south. Evening meal with Lord Corvo at his request. Eric Plainstow, scheduling secretary. Oh, the glamorous life of an empress, huh? All these scheduled appointments. Grandfather clock. Set alarm.
I used to hide frogs in this old grandfather clock to drive the housekeepers mad. I thought life was complicated back then.
Oh, I see. So I can literally set the alarm. I mean, it doesn't really make any difference in this situation, but I suppose if there were guards nearby, it would kind of attract them. Let's see.
Should I just spin it and pick a place to hide for a while? I need time to think.
Well, first of all, we need to get out of here, but apparently we actually have a voice protagonist now, and she will occasionally share her thoughts on the situation. Well, this is interesting, but doesn't really do anything. Alright, well, since I don't really see anything else of interest in this place, I guess we now should try to get out of here. Let's see, do I have a journal already. Escape the Imperial Chambers. Got no clues, no items, no bone charms. I got some sort of codex collection here and a travel log. Not sure if I need to read that at the moment. Okay, I need to escape, and I think I already saw like an open window. So let's see.
How many times have I looked at that skyline? It feels like everything just changed.
Yep, but it still looks like Dunwall to me. And I obviously can't just drop down here. That's a little bit too deep. Can't really go past this either. This is too high. Can't jump up. So this is not really possible route of escape. Well, what other options do we have? Oh, I can open these windows. Okay, well, let's give this a try. This is a different room, right? Locked from the inside. Okay, but this one is open. Here we go.
Delilah is some sort of witch. How is this possible?
That is a good question. Because, I mean, Delilah was the final opponent in one of the DLC. And there are different ways how you can deal with her. When I played the DLC, and I mean you're playing as Dowd in the DLC, I locked her in that painting. So I guess she could have escaped the painting, but what if you actually killed her in that DLC? How was she able to come back after that? I don't know. I guess we will find out. They are all
Lady
dead.
Emily, you're all right. I was worried.
Oh, but she's still alive. Somewhat.
Where's the Royal Protector?
There's a coup underway. My father is... he's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Through your safe room. There was a captain earlier today, down at the docks, looking for the Royal Protector. Find her. Get out of Dunwall.
Alexei, I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Okay, it looks like I just got a weapon. Of course, it would be only a lethal weapon. What do we got here? Audience request. Captain Mayhew, you don't know me, but you've got to tell the Royal Protector that I have urgent need of his time. I'm carrying a message that has to be delivered face to face. Tell him I'm working with Anton Sokolov, an old friend. All the boats are being sent away from the docks, but I'll delay us as long as I can. Tell Lord Corvo to find me there. My ship is called the Dreadful Whale. Megan Foster. Okay. Well, Corvo is a little bit busy at the moment, but maybe we can go and find this Megan Foster. Okay, we got our safe room over here, but
I need my signet ring.
I need to find the ring to open it. Oh, well, look at that. I can actually open all of the cabinets here. Yeah, I don't have any skills yet, which is very disorienting because I want to use like a night vision so I can see what's going on here. I almost feel blind without the night vision. Tutorial, lean. Lean around corners to peek at enemies and assess the situation. Alright. Alright, I mean this is more or less like it was in the previous game. This guy has a key. Be very careful here. But I hope there are no more guards in this part of the palace. Ooh, an audiograph. Maybe I should close the door before I play it. I'm not sure how far the sound will travel.
Emily, I know times are hard. You're the ruler of 4 nations, and I won't pretend to understand the pressure you're under. Only you and your mother before you could know what that's like. Whoever's killing off your enemies is doing so for calculated effect, undermining us. I do know what it's like to be blamed for murders you didn't commit, but trust me, we'll find this crown killer, and they'll pay. Tomorrow is the anniversary of her death. A sad day for sure. But I want you to remember all that's happened over the last 15 years. You've held on to the throne, and you've done what you thought was right for the people of the Empire. You drained the flooded district, kept the gangs in check, and yesterday we launched a magnificent ship bearing Jessamine's name. You're becoming the sovereign your mother wanted you to be, and I'm proud of you.
Okay, well, thank you, Corvo. Or should I say father? I mean, like I said, it was implied in the first game that he's not just the royal protector, and we had that drawing where little Emily called him daddy, but I wasn't sure if he was just like a father figure or like the actual father. But I assume he is like actually the father. Anyway, gotta make sure that I pick up everything that is to pick up, but sooner or later I will have to deal with the problem at hand, which is getting that ring. So, any guards that have entered this area? Not as far as I can see. So, I guess sooner or later I will have to deal with this guy first and foremost. There was a second guard. I'm not seeing him anymore. Okay. Okay, I just got another tutorial here. Assassinate or perform non-lethal takedowns to eliminate enemies. Yeah, I mean, I still remember it. And apparently you still get like a tutorial, even if you skip the tutorial. So this is again pretty much exactly like it was before.
This shirt reeks. I gotta get a spare uniform.
Okay. Gotta take down this guy. Oh yeah, this is taking some time. I wonder if there's a strong arms bone charm in this game. But if there is, I probably won't find it until the very end of the game, so why even bother? You know my luck with bone charms. Anyway, I think I just got a key from him, right? Royal Quarters key. Well, that's where I am, right? Secret passageway. There's a secret passage in the royal chambers. Yes, I need the ring. And I need to find the captain. Right. But let's try to find that second guard. I mean, where could he have gone to? Maybe he's somewhere over here? No.
I'm hungry.
Oh, well, I guess I found him. Unless that's a different person. Okay, yeah, this is where I came from. Okay, so gotta go down. How do I get down? I mean, I could jump, but that would be a little bit too obvious. Oh, there's a stair over here. Okay. I will go down in a second. But first I gotta make sure that I have thoroughly ransacked this place. I mean, this is all of my stuff, so I'm not actually stealing it. This belongs to me. Okay, now we gotta be careful. And apparently they killed a whole bunch of servants. So quite obviously, not everyone in this place is on their side. Might just be a conspiracy of certain people. Crown killer strikes again. Dunwell citizens express shock and fear as yet another outspoken critic of Empress Emily Caldwin has met with a violent demise. The latest victim is none other than Ichabod Boyle, notable entrepreneur and supporter of the arts. Related to the Boyle sisters, Boyle recently wrote an opinion piece harshly criticizing the Empress for what he called her slipshod style of governance and her willful neglect of duties. Authorities are convinced the crown killer is a culprit, given the gruesome details left at the crime scene. As Her Majesty's most outspoken adversaries fall one by one to this notorious assassin, we boldly ask, is it now the duty of the royal protector to murder all who dare to criticize the throne? Well, I guess it's not a completely unreasonable assumption from their point of view. Got more money. But I gotta be careful because I'm not sure where that guard went to. Oh, I miss my dark vision. Like I said, I feel almost blind without it. Okay. Got a guard over here. Ooh, and of course now he just turned around.
So let's see. What was it?
Let's try to retreat for a moment.
I thought I saw someone right here. Let's check the place.
You are wrong. You totally didn't see anything.
No.
Now the question is, will he come up here? Okay. I think he is not going to come upstairs. Alright, he's walking away.
I wonder who that was.
Well, how many people are in this place at the moment? Who could it possibly be? Alright, he's still down here.
No idea what that was.
I feel that maybe the first level playing as Corvo would have been easier since, you know, you already have your skills. Presumably, I don't know what skills you actually start with.
I can wait.
Alright, now I gotta take him out.
Traitors.
That's right. But to be fair, even if you're playing as Corvo, you probably have to start leveling up your character again, so you don't start with like a full skill set. So I guess the first level as Corvo may not be easier after all. Okay, it's looking good. Don't see any more guards in this area. Nothing of interest inside here. She's dead. What is this over here? Oh, this is just some wreck. Yeah, I don't want to set the alarm. Now, let's see.
With the throne room blocked off, we should have the time we need. Just stay here and stall anyone who comes by. I'll be back when I've searched the royal chambers, assuming I don't accidentally lock myself in this damn safe room.
We'll cover for you if anyone from the Duke's party returns. This is exciting. Everything's changing.
Yes, the natural order is reasserting itself. The Ramseys once hosted the King and Queen of Morley. Did you know that? I spent my childhood playing with the Buntings and the Boyles, cream of society.
And very soon you'll be back at the top, Captain.
Okay, so this guy has a ring.
Ramsay's family fell from the aristocracy, and apparently the man holds a grudge. How it's my fault, that's beyond me. But one way or another, Ramsay is too dangerous to be left in play.
I agree. Anyway, I need to get the ring, but we have a few guards as well. So how am I going to do this?
Gotta be soon. I can't stand my own stench.
Hang on a second. He's moving. Oh, he's leaving. Okay. If he's leaving, then maybe this is my opportunity to get that ring. Okay, here we go. Let's take him out. It's all around safer. Alright. Let's close the door. There we go. Got the ring.
This won't leave my hand again.
Indeed. Achievement unlocked. Imperial Seal. Nice. So, now that I got the ring, what would be the next step? I guess I will go to the safe room and escape. Open the safe room. Eliminate Mortimer Ramsey. Kill Mortimer Ramsey or place Mortimer Ramsey in the safe room. Oh, okay. I guess, in that case, you will come with me. And I mean, this place should be safe now. But never assume that a place is safe. I had, you know, bad surprises in the previous game. I'm going to assume that she's dead by now.
Anton Sokolov made this lock.
Of course he did. Okay, am I still carrying? No, I just dropped him right here. So, I maybe should close the door behind me. Oh, I need to do it over here.
Now you've got what you wanted, Ramsay. The Imperial Suite atop Dunwall Tower. Stay put until this is all set straight, Ramsay. Enjoy the rations and well water, sleeping next to a fortune.
Okay, so I'm just locking him inside this room as the alternative to killing him. Alright. Since this is my safe room, I'm going to assume I'm actually safe here. And I'm just going to eat all your rations. Yeah, let's look around a little bit. See a few books. Letter from Wyman. Emily, I didn't want to wake you this morning, but you'll forgive me since we must have said goodbye 100 times yesterday night. And the only chance I get to see you with your hair all whichever way is while you're asleep. As soon as the sun rises, you'll put on your Empress face. It makes me happy that I know your real face, the one that laughs at our silly rhymes. I don't want to go back to Morley, but I'm needed there. It'll be 4 months before we see each other again. I'll miss you, and yes, I'll bring you some white leaf tobacco for your hookah. Lord Corvo, if you're reading this letter as per your royal protector functions, know that I'm joking and perfectly aware that the white leaf tobacco is forbidden in Crystal. Take care, my daring Emily. Don't go falling from a rooftop. I love you. Wyman. Alright, special friend. I guess I'll take the letter. Don't need any of that. Oh, have a look at that. I do recognize that painting at least. That's from the first game. Not sure about the other two. They actually might have been in the first game too. And she just keeps them here. And this is pretty interesting too, because I don't think we've ever seen a map as complete as this one in the previous game. So Dunwall's over here. This is Serconus. Crystal, Morley, Tuvia. Interesting. And that is quite obviously Corvo. Alright, yes, I will keep eating all of the stuff. And I will keep looking around this place. Ooh, health
this could be handy.
Indeed, that could be handy. Bone charms, excerpt from a book on sailing traditions and scrimshaw. Bone charms, a sailor's blessing, they say. The carving itself is a practice from long back, passed from salty dogs to young greenhorns still finding their sea legs. In old times, sailors cut into the tusks of ice seals and into the arm-long fangs of the bears that roamed the islets north of Tuvia. Once the whaling trade began, the practitioners began engraving the bones of these great beasts, rendering charms that sing in the night and grant some small boon, increasing a lover's vigor or providing defense against pregnancy. Interesting. Yeah, I don't have any bone charms so far. Oh, but I do take bullets. And what do we get here?
I have a feeling I'll need these.
Okay. So I actually have some kind of weapons now, but again, they are all lethal. And I can use spyglass. Okay. Makes sense. More alarms that I don't really need to use. Whispers from the Void by Banoli Mulani. Treatise on the physical existence of that foreign realm. It is a common story. A person has stopped breathing, pinned under carriage wheels or some other tragic happenstance, and is thought to be dead. But when the weight is removed, they make a quick recovery. But nonetheless, for a moment or two, this person was lost to us, lost to the world itself. And what did they experience while in this temporary death? Darkness? Nothingness? No, indeed not. They tell us, as so many before have, that they were in a particular place and can describe it vividly. And who among us does not know the place? Have we not all seen it in our dreams? This place we share in the farthest reaches of the minds. The realm where nothing makes sense, where one is at once both lost and at home. The void. I do remember the void. And this is the next part. These little glimpses of the void in dreams or described by those awoken from comas are not limited to a select few. In my interviews, I've gleaned that there is not a single citizen without such visions at one time or another. This then must be a real place, not folklore or mass delusion. Perhaps it exists deep below the earth or far above it. Perhaps it is right next to us, but hidden. Some trick of the light or wondrous curtain bars us from fully knowing it, and we all but wait for a natural philosopher to unlock the phenomenon, to show us how to see it at will. But when so revealed, it will not be a fearsome place any longer, not the distant and special realm described in the myth of the outsider. It will be strange, yes, even unsettling, but nonetheless it will be a new realm for us to explore and eventually conquer. What new treasures await us there? Are the lakes made of liquid diamond, the clouds of weightless silver gas, and what things we would learn? Well, these are good questions to ask. And I would be very surprised if we don't get a glimpse of the void in this game ourselves. Oh, it's a
the
safe.
Reserves won't help against Delilah, even if I had a way to carry it all out of here. I'll need this.
Guess I can take the small pieces of gold, but these are too heavy to carry. And I mean, I just, have some of them lying around here, not even inside the safe. And there's even more of it. I am loaded, but I can't keep all the stuff once I leave this place. Yeah, I feel that I have sufficiently explored this place. More drawings of Emily, apparently. What is this supposed to be, I wonder? Evil people threatening little Emily. And I guess this is where I leave. But I guess this is a good time to end the first episode. Oh, we got more bullets. Do want that. And yeah, I guess in the next episode we will leave this place and try to find that captain, I suppose. And hopefully we will get some nice outsider powers sooner or later. Ooh, I haven't actually read this one yet. But I think I will have a look at that in the next episode. Also, I may not read absolutely every book that I find on camera, just when I think it is relevant to the story and situation. If it's just additional background lore, I may just read it off camera. We'll see about that. But yeah, let's end this episode for now. I do enjoy the game already, and I'm looking forward to continue it. So, as usual, thank you for watching, and see you again next time.